Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's recipe, we're making gluten-free blueberry muffins. Now the challenge with gluten-free is typically the texture, how moist it is, and the flavor. Now I think I've addressed all of those with sort of a surprise ingredient that I'll tell you about later. This muffin is, it has the right texture, it is definitely moist, it's not crumbly in any way, and the flavor is really good and it's not too sweet. So I'm Rockin' Robin and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Let's go over our ingredients and get started. First off, we have our flour. Now I'm using Bob's Red Mill. It's a 1-to-1 baking flour and it works perfect for this recipe. If you use something else, I can't say that it's going to work. But I know this works. We'll need some rice milk. I have some, you can use any substitute as well for that, like almond milk or regular milk, whatever you want. We'll need a couple of eggs. I have some sugar. Now I mentioned this doesn't have a lot of sugar, so that's just a half a cup for the whole recipe. We'll need some organic butter. I have some ground cinnamon, baking powder. We're going to use a pinch of salt. We'll need some vanilla extract, some frozen blueberries. You can use fresh as well, either will work. And for our surprise ingredient, garbanzo beans. First thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then we're just going to combine all of our dry ingredients into a bowl so we can just mix everything up and everything gets well combined. So I've got my flour, my cinnamon, the baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Just give that a nice stir until you see the cinnamon completely mixed in. All right, so now we're going to toss our garbanzo beans into a food processor and process these up so they're nice and smooth. Scrape down the sides a little bit, make sure that everything gets mixed up. Do that a couple of times. Next, we're going to add our eggs. And blend that up. Vanilla extract is next. And the butter. Now you want to make sure that your butter is softened to room temperature, so it'll blend up nice and easy. You're going to want to scrape down the sides again on this one. Now we're going to add the sugar. So that should do it. Now we're going to take our wet mixture and place it in a large bowl so we can mix everything together. I haven't used the rice milk yet because we're going to use that as just sort of a blender or a mixer so that we get the right consistency. I may not use all that I put in that cup. Now we'll add the dry mixture to our wet mixture, and we want to not overmix this. So we're just going to stir it in, and if it gets too thick, I'm going to add a little bit of that milk to my mixture. And I think you can see that it's a little thick, so I'm going to pour a little bit of my milk in. So you want a thick batter, but not this thick, so we need to thin it down. You'll probably use about a half a cup at least. And a lot of that depends on how big the eggs are. This is getting real close here to what I want. I'm going to add the blueberries to this now. And when you add the frozen ones, that tends to make the batter seem even thicker than it might be before. Now all that's left is to put our batter in our little cupcake holders. So I have these silicone ones, guys. These work really amazing and they work really well for this recipe because the cupcake or the muffin doesn't stick to them, and I don't even spray them with anything. So if you'd like to get some of these, I got a link for you down in the description of this video and you can check those out. Now I'm going to make a couple of these with the paper so you can see how they actually turn out. So I got a couple papers in there, and we're just now going to fill each one of these little cupcakes or holders about 2/3 full. All right, so these are going in the oven, 350 degrees, for somewhere between 30-35 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Our muffins cooked about 35 minutes. I put them back in for an extra couple minutes until that toothpick came out clean. That's your real good test for when they're done. And now they're done, and so they've been cooling for about 5 minutes, and I'm kind of anxious to dig in and let you know how they are. So I'm gonna try the blue one today. All right, we got our blue one here. Ooh, it's still really, really warm. Great flavor, guys. The blueberry comes through, just enough sweetness, not too much, not, you know, overdone at all. It's perfect. The texture is a medium texture. It's not super light, it's not super dense or heavy, and it's moist, and that to me is the key. I love the moistness of this. Delicious, guys. Now I want to show you the difference between the silicone cups. You saw how easy that came out when I pulled mine out, and the paper. Now the paper is more of a struggle. It kind of sticks, kind of tears it a little bit. It comes out, you can still do it. I mean, it's doable, but it's not quite as nice as the silicone. So I just wanted to point that out. You can see here, it's kind of breaking up a little bit, but not too bad, all right? So I just wanted to point that out in case you want to get some silicone cups. I think they're great, usable, reusable, and you can even spray them with, you know, cooking spray. I don't like to do that, but you can do that as well. I guess you could do it with the paper too. I never tried it. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and share the video. You know, if you know somebody who might like blueberry muffins, definitely got to try these, gluten-free or not. I mean, if you don't care, you won't even notice, I promise. And these are delicious, so give them a try. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button, and you'll be notified when new videos come out every week. So thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.